Wendy Williams, you don't know me. I'm not your punching bag, you gon' blow me up. Girl, better leave me alone before I buy your radio station and send you home.
Wendy Williams, experience.
Britney Spears' boobs are getting really big, really fast. Wow, Britney, it's time for a bra. You know, she's been legendary. She always wears a tank tops with no bra. It's time. Really? Well, everybody, Tweet is on the cover of the new Smooth magazine. She looks real curvy. According to the people at Smooth magazine, they electronically enhanced her breasts. Now, Tweet has also, from what I understand, left Mona Scott and Violator Management and gone to Matthew Knowles for new management. Now, part of her leaving Mona Scott Violator Management could be that her relationship with Missy is over, since Missy is now with Eva, the diva from America's Next Top Model. How you doing? I mean, you understand. I mean, this all makes sense. Tweet couldn't take it, you know, seeing, you know, her ex, her ex-man with a new woman. You know. Anyway, dear Wendy, I missed Friday's show. Did you say anything about Lamont Bentley's trial? Yeah, Dr. S. The mother got the money. The mother, Lamont's mother and his two daughters are splitting the money. And the baby's mother ends up, well, as far as I'm concerned, she ends up getting money anyway, because it's, you know, the daughter's money, her money. You know how mothers manage to make that all one big happy ball, which is good news for her baby's father and the two kids that they have, because now with 4 kids in the house, 2 of them are very wealthy, you know, scoring $7.2 million apiece. So there's $14 million in the house. 2 girls that deserve it because they're his children. 2 children from her man. Joan Collins was filming a scene apparently for some show that's going to be coming on TV someplace, maybe here, I don't know, maybe over in France. Anyway, they were filming over in Saint-Tropez. I bet she probably speaks French. FYI, yeah. Anyway, but take after take after take, we have to realize she's 71 years old. So she was doing take after take after take. Finally, she got so upset she pulled her own wig off her head and threw it at a tree. And and turned on her stilettos and walked away. Dear Wendy, I faxed you on Friday and you ignored my fax. I want to know about your surgeon on whether or not he does butt lifts. Please don't ignore my fax. Signed, still pregnant and sexy in Brooklyn. Well, yes, pregnant and sexy. He does do butt lifts. His name is Dr. Al Memenis. I see 2 of the whitest girls in the world coming in the room right now. You chicks are the whitest chicks I expected, like the Wigger effect. Come here. One of them has on a G-Unit t-shirt.
She does.
This is how you guys, this is you guys promotional.
And G-Unit sneakers. Yeah.
And G-Unit sneakers. These are you guys, wait, pull up your microphones.
Okay.
All right, the girls are in the room.
We have your book, so if you could... I'm a really
sure.
good fan. I don't know if you could sign it.
Becky, wait, no, pick up the mic because nobody can hear you.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It should have already been done, actually. Wait, okay.
Hi.
There you go. Okay, so it's Albertina Rizzo and Amanda McCall.
What's up, everybody?
And real quick, the girls stopped by to promote their book called Hold My Gold, A White Girl's Guide to the Hip Hop World. Now, where are you girls from with your prescription glasses and your very preppy gear, including headbands and the sweaters and the Oxford shirts got pearls and
Pashmina.
And pashmina.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
I grew up on the mean streets of Central Park West.
Okay.
Which is kind of near the Bronx, if you don't know.
Yeah.
And I grew up in Soho.
So do you guys come from parents with money?
No,
not that
really.
much money. I wish a little more money.
I know. I wish too. Otherwise,
I drive a Volvo station
That's
wagon.
why we got to sell the book, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, wait, so Volvo Station Wagon is definitely not hip-hop or crunk. Now, the White Girl's Guide to the Hip-Hop World, what made you decide to do this? One of you all got involved with a hip-hop artist or a black guy with a hip-hop swing?
Well, no, we just feel like it's a hip-hop world and we just want to fit in. So we were trying to help other girls, you know, just give them advice. We're kind of like Dr. Phil, except less fat and way smarter.
And with nicer hair, too.
Yeah.
All right, so in your book, you give hip hop vocabulary and what it means to regular people. Now, what are some of the things that the white girls get confused about?
Well, it's a really big problem for white girls because what they don't realize is that if you walk into a party and you say something like, yo, I'm going to puff fly some soggy endo, automatically people will like you. That's what they don't understand.
Yeah.
So if you know like 4 or 5 vocabulary words, like she's a straight stunner, I love her cardigan sweater set. If you say that, you're automatically like Crunkville.
Yeah, you're real.
Living in Crunkville,
Yeah,
even.
totally.
A citizen.
We used to live like a really whack lives, but now we're really crunk.
Yes.
Now,
As
do
you
you
can see.
do you go to hip hop oriented parties?
You know, we tried to get into a Lil Jon party once, and he actually gave Amanda the finger.
We did. We have a picture of it.
Yeah,
actually.
and then I guess we weren't invited.
Yeah, if anyone out there knows any hip hop parties to invite us to, we'd love to go.
Wendy, if you can actually get us into a hip hop party, that's
But we can't seem to manage to get
we
into
can't
any.
get in. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I am absolutely stunned. So most of this is a joke, right?
What?
No, you know what? This is a very tongue-in-cheek book. It actually is it's a very cute read. It's one of those books that
Thank
you don't
you, Wendy.
necessarily read it like when you pick it up from cover to cover. You leave
It's
it on
a
your
bathroom
desk,
book,
and then
kind of.
yeah.
It's a
You-
bathroom book.
Exactly. You go into the bathroom each time and you read a little bit more and you kind of chuckle. Do your parents approve of you all being so
Gangsta?
Gangsta?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
my
they're
mom's like, my mom actually gets up and says, you know, my daughter's a straight thug, and I love her for it.
Yeah, they're really accepting of it. I mean, it's been hard sometimes, just because my mom listens to a lot of Paul Simon, but we're trying to get over it, and she has been listening to Snoop lately.
My
a little
mom
bit.
loves you.
Yeah, we all love you.
And then what would happen if you girls brought home a black thug that you're in love with and that you would like to get married to?
If he was down with hip hop,
If he was down with hip hop, my parents would be like,
totally
whatever.
down with him.
Okay. So where can people find this book?
They can find it at Barnes & Noble or on Amazon.com or at Urban Outfitters.
Yeah.
Which is pretty big among white girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pretty much anywhere that books are sold.
Well, thank you very much, girls, for coming. And did you enjoy my book?
Oh my God,
Very
we
much.
love it.
Very much.
Now, I don't know the difference between who's Amanda and who's Albertina.
I'm Amanda.
Okay.
And Albertina.
Amanda, how tall are you?
I'm 5'9" and 3/4.
Yeah, you have a very long torso then, because I'm
Yes.
5'11", and I'm seeing you're sitting up a lot
Really?
higher than me.
Really?
What is your leg? Mine is 37 inches.
Oh, I don't know how much mine is. I mean, depends on whether I'm wearing my G units or not,
Okay.
which I am now. We just basically wanted to help whack white girls because everyone knows how whack white girls
Well, it's a
are.
cute concept.
It's community service, really.
You gotta help yourself first.
What do you mean?
Albertina.
We're
Okay,
so
let me
excited to be here, and I can't
Yeah,
believe
thanks
I'm
a
meeting
lot
you.
for having us
By
here.
the way,
Thank you guys. Hey, you want to do some shout outs? Because we're about to get back to the show.
shout out to Katie
Shout out to Betty in Greenwich and shout out to Fitty.
and the whole G Unit posse.
Call us. We'll go for a latte.
Totally.
You guys are very cute. Thank you, girls.
Thank you, Wendy. You're
Thank you.
amazing.
You are fantastic.
And thank you for my book. It's a cute weather. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, girls. When was this book released, by the way?
Today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in bookstores today.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it's called "Hold My Gold:
Yeah.
A White Girl's Guide to the Hip Hop
And you
World."
can also go to www.holdmygold.com, get more info, see some pictures of us with famous rappers partying,
Yeah.
drinking Cristal, doing whatever.
This actually isn't. Play crickets, but you know what? There'll be a lot of girls to purchase this book.
Thank you.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I hope so.
All
yeah.
right, girls,
Thank
take
you.
care.
Wendy.
See you
You're the
later.
best.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Yeah. A lot of girls like in Ocean Township, where I'm from. Shout out to Ocean Township High School, Shore Regional High School. All right. Well, let's move on.
That was a nice commercial.
Dear Wendy, what if the baby's daddy is 38 with 3 kids, 2 that he never wanted, but he says that they trapped him because they wanted him to marry him. And now he is married to me. And one of the mothers is really upset, and I think she's going to stop him from seeing the child. I'm also 27 and I love him. What do you think? How should I handle the situation? His kids are young. You let him handle the situation, Alex. This is relating back to Advice Hour, the 27-year-old woman who's dating a guy with 3 kids and 3 different babies' moms. And I said, absolutely not. What, are you out of your mind? You don't have any children? You want to put all this baggage off on yourself? What happens if you fall in love and you get... This is what happens right here. I'm not saying that this is the rule, but this happens a lot. Now, they're married. They don't have any children. He's 38. She's 27. He has 3 kids. 2 of them, he says he was trapped into having. And one of the kids, I guess he accepts. And now the wife, who has no kids, has to deal with the situation. Well, you know what? You put that off on him. If you had gotten in contact with me before any of this went down, I would have encouraged you not to go through with the relationship either. Wouldn't even get to the point of getting married because that's too much. 27-year-old girl with a man with 3 kids. And multiple babies' mothers. You know, it's a different story if a man has 3 kids because he was married at one point or you know, in a Goldie and Kurt relationship at one point, and all 3 kids are from the same situation. You don't have to deal with all these attitudes of the baby's mother. And then again, even then, it's not necessarily okay. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if he's not peeling like Puffy, then that means that you are 4th in line for any money he makes. And it's easy to say, oh, well, you know, women, we have our own jobs. We hold down our own thing. But that's not the point. The point is that you got to stand in line after 3 Rugrats. You know what I mean? And their big mouth babies' mothers. What do? You let your husband handle it, Alex. And your children will now have to suffer. Your future children. To be honest with you, you asked me, what do I think? I think it's crazy. How would I handle the situation? I wouldn't have gotten into it. I would encourage you not to. And his kids are young, she says. So in other words, he's got years of dealing with this mess.
Put that where? Back there.
If you're lucky, he'll say that he was kidnapped and run off to Mexico and just leave your life, you know, and the relationship would just be over. Alex. Remember, I was telling you a story about the Dave Matthews Band, the bus driver unloading all the raw sewage in the bus into the Chicago River. Well, the bus driver crossed the bridge, this was last summer, and decided to open up that valve, and all the waste poured through the grates of the bridge and onto the deck of a tourist boat carrying more than 100 passengers. So they really got ished on. Dave Matthews-ish. And anyway, the band has settled it for $200,000, and then the bus driver was sentenced to probation and community service. Just wanted to let you know that. Richard Roundtree was looking real good. I've always thought he was so handsome. So I guess it's a given Alfre Woodard is going to get involved with him on Desperate Housewives, right? I mean, it's not exactly like she's going to get involved with a lawn boy. Carlos doesn't want that. The killer plumber Mike, he doesn't want that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Who's Alfre Woodard going to get involved with? Yeah. So we see it all set up. Richard Roundtree.
Her and Shaft.
Yeah, well, you know. Dear Wendy, couple of questions. Is Michelle from Destiny's Child talking to Chris Tucker? Yes. Number 2, did Roy Williams cheat on Kelly Rowlands? Nobody ever said why the engagement was off and the subsequent relationship, from what I hear. Number 3, is Maya in the crazy house? You mean Mia Campbell or Maya Campbell or Maya the singer? I'm not sure. And number 4, is Trina broke? Well, the Magic 8 Ball would say that there's a situation going on with her. From what I understand, she's allegedly still dealing with that number 85 from the Cincinnati Bengals. I forgot his name. He's engaged to be married. So Trina feels that she's not worthy of her own, so she poaches other women's men, you know, so interesting. Dear Wendy, I heard those boys that were stranded for those 6 days in the ocean survived off jellyfish. Do you believe it? Yeah. I mean, I believe that they survived off something because salt water is not drinkable. After a while, the salt water starts doing something to you inside. They had to have eaten something out there for 6 days. Otherwise, that's some LA weight loss for your behind, right? I'm just glad that they were rescued. All right. Everybody keep it here. Oh, the phones are open, too.
Wendy, man.
My oldest brother, he told me he had a very good surprise. The surprise was that he turned himself into a woman.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and Classic Soul. And, of course, the Wendy Williams Experience. I was just reading in my new... What magazine is this? Life and Style magazine. Stars getting ready for red carpet feet. And I already knew that that Botox was really effective in minimizing sweaty soles. Also, stars get that under their arms to minimize the sweat. But I hadn't thought in terms of getting wrestling on the soles of your feet as opposed to getting them in your lips. You know, you get the Restylane in your lips that plumps them up. You're in the hood now, baby. But if you get it in the soles of your feet, it's more cushioning. And so, therefore, you can wear your heels without all the pain. Do you ever slip one of those Dr. Scholl, just those little tiny pads inside your shoes? So do I. Oh. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I use those. But you want to know what might even be more effective? To get the Restylane in your feet. That way you have a permanent Dr. Scholl living inside your foot. Why not? I have an appointment with Dr. Janine, my dermatologist, this week. I'm going to ask her about it. I'm going to ask first. I'm not going to get it. I'm going to ask, though. They said $1,000 to $1,800 per treatment for the Botox. It doesn't say what the Restylane would cost. But that's not a bad idea. Anyway, I'm really here to talk with you about LA weight loss. LA weight loss has helped me lose over 15 pounds. I'm proud to say that I've managed to keep the weight off for a little over a year now. Last spring I lost it. And it's like old hat now. It's not new weight loss. I look in the mirror and I'm like, wow, you know, I'm used to it now. And I'm used to doing all the things that I have to do to maintain, like, you know, drink my water, all of it, every last drop, like, because I don't have time to go to the gym, like run up and down the steps a few times, purposely leave things upstairs so I have to go back up and down, you know, just kind of keep it going, you know, whatever. I mean, little things like that. I guess that adds up to the burning of the calories per day, but also I take in less calories. And thanks to LA Weight Loss, I've learned some wonderful ways to make some of the foods that I normally wouldn't be eating so much of. Like, you know, vegetables has always been the smallest portion of my plate. It's the meat, then like the rice, and the vegetable real small. Now, there's a little tiny bit of rice. I still like my rice. A little tiny bit of rice. Big lots of vegetables with Mrs. Dash. They recommend Mrs. Dash on LA Weight Loss. And a little bit of meat. The size of my palm. I always do that. I measure the meat the size of my palm. And those are just some of the tricks I learned from LA Weight Loss. Also, this is a great plan because you can candidly talk with your personal one-on-one counselor, no embarrassing group sessions about your weight loss triumphs and, you know, some of the things that are holding you back. You eat everyday normal food with no dangerous drugs involved, which I love, and no expensive prepackaged meals. Speaking of expensive, you know, LA Weight Loss is quite affordable. Oh, yes. It's very maintainable, and it's simple to follow. It's really, you know, so many doctors recommend LA Weight Loss to their patients. It's a unique combination of regular food that you can eat from the restaurants and also regular food that you purchase from the grocery store. And, I mean, man, you know, more energy, more confidence in yourself, and no risky things like high blood pressure, stroke, and osteoporosis. You know, if you want to slim down and if you've looked for a plan that will be manageable, affordable, and maintainable, excuse me, for the remainder of your life, I encourage you to try LA Weight Loss because it's like you're not on a diet. I mean, you know, I've eaten more food being on LA Weight Loss than I have, excuse me, everything's falling. I'm sorry, let me just give the number. 1-800-448-TRIM. You can just leave them there. 1-800-448-TRIM. It's LA Weight Loss. They're fabulous. Now, what is today, Monday?
Yes.
Okay. The weekend's coming. Time to think about The Shadow. It's free on Thursday nights. Oh, yeah. The Shadow is like one of the longest running nightclubs here in New York. For real. Legendary. 23 and older for the ladies. 25 and older for the gentlemen. The Shadow has got it going on. It's free on Thursday nights, so that's your night to go and sample The Shadow. If you like what you see and hear and whatnot, then go back on Friday. Why not? They're open Friday. They're open Saturdays. Saturdays, Chuck Chillouts at The Shadow. And then this Friday is the first Friday of the month. And so there's a big celebration because The Shadow is proud to present Lisa. Yes, the legendary Lisa at The Shadow on Friday. Oh, baby, I love you from head to toe. The Shadow, a toe is a toe. It's the Shadow Nightclub, everybody. They got it going on. All righty, we're going to move on. I'm here until 7 o'clock, and then don't forget, Vaughn comes up at 7 o'clock, right after me with The Quiet Storm on your radio station for today's R&B, Classic Soul, and the Wendy Williams Experience, 107.5 WBLS.
What's up? This is KRS-One.
What's going on? It's LL Cool J.
What's up, y'all? This is Doug E. Fresh, and you're listening to the Wendy Williams Experience. Aight?
This is fire! Exclusively on Wendy Williams.
Wendy got the heat.
What are we gonna do with this?
Hey, yo, turn your radio up, son. You popping right now with the queen of radio, Wendy Williams. I be the RZA, Wu-Tang in effect. Bong.
Dirty South. Can y'all really feel me?
If you tell me
Everybody, it's the Wendy Williams Experience. Hi, Susie John. Thank you, Susie John. And yes, he knows a few things in Espanol. Sean King was arrested on cocaine and marijuana charges. Reggae Red saw the scroll on ESPN on Friday and asked, wasn't he a guest on the show? No, isn't Sean King Larry King's wife? Sean Southall, I believe, is her maiden name. I don't know who Sean King is. And if it's being scrolled on ESPN, would that mean that it's definitely sports, or do they just scroll anything having to do with entertainment? There's the line. Maybe that's somebody telling us who that is. Happy birthday today to Chingy. No, I'm sorry. It's not happy birthday, Ching. Chingy's going to be on one-on-one, and Eric Benet's going to be on half and half. I think I'm looking at the birthdays. Instead, I'm looking at the guest appearances on shows. What is it?
Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp?
Yes.
Now, refresh me. Sean Kemp is a friend of the show, right?
No.
Who is Sean Kemp?
He's a basketball player, kind of washed up, though. Played for the Seattle Supersonics.
All right.
Has like a dozen kids.
All right. And he's drowning his sorrows in some coke and some chief.
Oh, for years.
Oh, all right. Well, then this is par for the course, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on. Dear Wendy, get those dumb bitch off the radio. Us white girls who are involved with the black community have a hard enough time trying to dispel stereotypes without two dumb little girls getting on the radio pulling the whole wigger act. Most of us are normal, respectable, intelligent women who just happen to have crossed the color lines. I'm proud of myself, and I would never try to act like something I'm not. Those bitches need to buy a dose of confidence with the money they make off this disgrace of a book. Oh. Yeah, I must say, we couldn't have gotten them out of here faster. Yeah. Every once in a while, we pull a dud. I okayed them coming up. I got the book. I just threw it. I said, okay, this is cute. The girl, the pregnant lady in Brooklyn is mad because just as the girls were coming in to talk about their book, I was about to give my plastic surgeon's information. Okay, you ready, woman? Pregnant woman, still fly, who wants a butt lift? His name is Dr. Al Memeniscus. You sound it out. I can't. Memeniscus. Memeniscus. His practice is called Rittenhouse Plastic Surgery. It's actually on the web, RittenhousePlasticSurgery.com, except he's the king of the Rittenhouse Plastic Surgery. He's also the board. He's the head of the plastic surgery division of, I think it's Roxborough Hospital in Philly. Anyway, he's well-connected, well-versed, wonderful, fabulous, my fabulous Dr. Al. Hi, Dr. Al. I know it's been years since I've had to see you. That's because I've been maintaining myself. But should I I know you're there. Thank you, Dr. Al. Hi. Hey, everybody in his office. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are going to be hosting together, co-hosting the 2005 BET Awards. I think that's fabulous. I think that's great. I love the idea of them doing it together. We'll get all those couples jokes and everything like that. Well, don't forget, the BET Awards are June 28th. I believe that they're live June 28th, which also happens to be the release date of the Wendy Williams Brings the Heat. Denzel Washington and his wife Pauletta are going to receive the Humanitarian Award this year. And I guess Denzel and Pauletta said, we're not going unless you have some, decent people hosting it. I'm not getting up there for Lisa Ray and, some buffoon, mother father standing next to her. You have a dignified ceremony and me and Paulette will come and accept our award in person as opposed to, having Chingy receive it for us. Gladys Knight's going to be honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award, and it's all going to be happening at the Kodak Theater. Nominations for the BET Awards will be announced on May 16th. That's nice. I like that those two are hosting it. I like that idea. Now, Mariah Carey has a regret. And that regret is that she never acted on Tupac Shakur's fondness of her. She said that she was always aware that, he would pay compliments to her and still thinks that, well, she says that, all right, this is what it says. The pop star was well aware of the compliments Tupac paid her and still thinks he could have been the love of her life if she'd only acted on instinct and dumped her husband, Tommy Mottola. Okay, Mariah, Mimi.
Reaching.
Yeah, that's a big reach, man. Considering your track record with men. Anyway, she says, everybody always told me that he liked my music, and I always complimented that. And then she recalls her only encounter with Tupac at a post-Grammy party. And here's what she says. He was driving by in this white Rolls Royce. This was when I was still with Tommy. And he just stopped. And I see him. And he's like, hey, Mariah. And I just said hi. And then had to go back in. It could have been perfect. Mariah. I know this is not you doing this talking. I was on CNN with Philip Block on Friday. I loved being on with him. I love him. He styles a lot of biggies in Hollywood, including Selma Hayek and Halle Berry. But he's taken some time off now. He's doing a little bit of acting on his own. And he's just kind of living on the down low in New York. He says he can't really, take time off in L.A. because everybody wants them to pull clothes for him. I was on that show on CNN on Friday night right after I got off the radio. Anyway, so Prozz from the Fugees is celebrating now because he won Bono's approval. Apparently, Prozz did a version of I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, which is a Bono hit. And Bono loved it so much that he's going to release it as a new single. And here's what Prozz says. I called Bono and asked him if I could and I asked him if I could record the song. And he said, really? My biggest record of all time? Blah, 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 so on and so forth. Great. Are the Fugees still working on that reunion? I have no idea. Like, you hear about things like that, and then, it kind of goes away. And now summer's here. It's the time for touring and reuniting. And, well, keep it here. Oh, the phones are open. Call.
Wendy, man.
I drove yesterday to get your book. That book is fire! Yes, honey, you did it again, honey. You did it again.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
I can see it in your eyes. I can tell it's been lying.
It's the Wendy Williams Experience. A very basic day. Nothing really jumping off in celebrity land. So, been doing the talk, playing the songs, going to the phones and whatnot. Oh, you know what? Making of the Band season finale comes on this week. You guys watching? All right. Well, let me know how it turns out. I'm not that enthused. I watched a couple of reruns of that over the weekend. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I did watch over the weekend? I mentioned this earlier in the show. I watched the remaking of Vanilla Ice, and he wasn't willing to do anything. So then why be part of the remake show? I mean, I'm just saying, Rob. And then it's hard once you found your look to get other people to do it. You know, like they walked him into the store and he was like, okay, this is my style that I have on right now. I'm not changing. I thought maybe they'd be able to cut his beard or something like that. He absolutely wanted nothing to do with any of it. So that wasn't a good making of remake. Nor was the one with Taylor Dayne, as far as I'm concerned. And no, I haven't seen it. But anybody who just goes to the gym and gets a little Botox, that's not a remaking of. You know, maybe I'm just used to Vince Neil, the only remaking on VH1 that I ever paid attention to. I mean, he got so much stuff done. You know what? I'm just laying in the cut for Jodie Watley remaking of, because Jodie is going to be the next person after Taylor Dayne and Vanilla Ice. I can't wait for that one. Also, I can't wait for Bravo to start being Bobby Brown, because as we know, with Whitney back in rehab, that means that there are probably some really interesting, sweaty moments between the two of them that, well, the footage is already done, and you have to figure if nobody was sober at the time, then got to be some interesting footage in there. I was reading in the newspaper today that it was supposed to be in spring that this show debuted. You know, now it's been pushed back to the summer. Whitney's in rehab, as we all know. The cameras follow them from Atlanta to Miami to New York to Boston to LA to London to the Bahamas. And they say at a certain point in the taping, Bobby started, reverting back to his old ways. There was a club in Boston where he was downing, a bottle of champagne. He told the manager, "You'd better bring us another one because I'm drinking this one all by myself." And then Bobby got upset because he was talking to this girl, and apparently the cameras were rolling. And so then, he just, that should be a mess. And I just can't wait for being Bobby Brown. Anyway, hello.
How you doing, Wendy?
Hi, Artie.
Yeah, Wendy, the Bobby Brown special, right? I saw it Thursday night, right? Mm-hmm. But why? A question I'm asking myself: why is it Bobby Brown wasn't in rehab with Whitney at the same time?
Because I think that first of all, Whitney has a court-ordered rehab, and nobody cares enough about Bobby to court-order him to do anything except for perhaps get out of her life.
But Wendy, I tell you, man, I'm sorry for the kids. And it's both parents like that.
I mean, it's sad because in actuality, he should have had a court-ordered rehab too, 2 separate rehab programs. But at this point, Sissy is probably feeling like, you know what? F Bobby, let me just get my daughter together, and then through her, she'll see what to do with Bobby. Really, I think that both of them should have, but apparently Bobby was not raised. He was dragged up, and his mother has no type of, I don't know. You know how...
I understand what you're saying, Wendy.
Yeah, that is unfortunate because in actuality, nobody can, you can only quit drugs if you really want to quit. But at least having people rallying around you to make you try to do something is a help.
Yeah.
And apparently nobody cares about Bobby.
Okay.
Not even his own family. Yes?
Ralph Chesvaz, right? To me, he looked like a little like Tupac in his face.
He does have a Tupac look. He had a lot of makeup on, too. Yeah, when I was watching
it, I thought about that. But, I mean, everybody seems good in the group, except for Johnny Gill and Bobby Brown.
Well, now what's wrong with Johnny?
He on the other side is a fruitcake.
You know what? Johnny is falling way far out of the closet at this point, huh? Everybody says the same thing, but then again, I'm like there was nothing new to me. Like I, for a year, and he's real close with Sugar Ray Leonard and Eddie Murphy and that clique.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for calling.
No problem, Wendy. Wendy.
Yes.
Yeah, my wife, she got me a Patek Philippe watch. A makeup gift. I love it. It's nice.
Wow. She played a good grip for that.
Yeah, I know. I took it to the store and I couldn't believe.
Yeah, Patek Philippe. Yeah. All right, Yardy. Thanks for calling.
All right, Wendy. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Hello.
Hello. Hey, Wendy. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. This is Pam from Jersey City again.
Hey, Pam.
Just wanted to let you know, found this great shoe website surfing this weekend. Sizes go up to 15.
Shut up. Say the website. We're going to go to it now.
Designer Shoes, and that's capital D, capital S, designershoes.com. Check it out.
Can you go that? So it's D-E.
Capital D-E, capital D, then, small case, and then capital S, then small case, H-O-E-S.com.
Got you. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We're going there now.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Wendy?
Hi.
Wendy, I'm calling to give you some advice.
Okay.
I'm siding with Artie. Don't take that aviator to that car show. Don't play yourself, Wendy.
Look, I am not defined by the car that I drive.
I understand all that. I'm not saying ditch the car. I'm just saying don't take it to the car. So you got too much riding on this, Wendy.
So why? I'm sitting here right now telling you I drive an aviator. So what is the difference between me saying it here and showing up at the car show with something else?
Because you go into the car show, you got folks all around the country, and people are depending on their Wendy to do the damn thing. So, and plus you got the record label who got so much invested in.
Well, then if they want me to drive something different, then perhaps they will rent me a Ferrari for the day or something.
No, you don't have to go that far. All you got to do is take the family business car, which is a Mercedes or BMW. That's all you have to do. It's nothing complicated. But the thing is,
I don't like to drive. I don't like to drive the Benz. I'm not a big fan of it. There's a lot of attention.
I'm thinking you going to the car show with your husband, Wendy.
Yeah,
I'm not thinking you go by yourself.
No, absolutely not. Then he'd be the one driving.
Exactly. And then you sell your units out your trunk, or give them away, whatever the case is. But your fans are going to see you doing the damn thing. Nobody's going to show up at that car show. I don't care if they a stank rapper who's playing it off.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what? That's the sick part of it. That's why I cannot buy into being defined by a car. Because there are more posers out there than not. There are more phonies perpetrating like they really have the car and the whole picture that goes with it, which would be a house, pay their bills on time. It's just such a posy type thing that I find it really hard to
I agree, Wendy,
pose.
But in your case, you're not posing. This is you. This is Wendy, syndicated show. Wendy, who got a show on VH1. Wendy, who do the clubs. Wendy, who had syndicated articles.
All right.
That Wendy, don't you show up at that car show in that aviator.
Before the aviator, like maybe 2 years ago, I had a Jeep Liberty. And loved it.
Oh, beautiful thing. To the store and back, no problem.
And I had the nerve not to even have tint on the window.
Oh, real cool. See, and you know something, Wendy? You know I'm right, and you know Artie is right. Because when you was going to try it, you was thinking about pulling up to those girls in that Jaguar, which probably may not have been there. But anyway, they pulled up that you didn't want to do. You hesitated a little bit because you had the thing going on, but your ride didn't have it going on.
Well, I couldn't catch them. They did look fly in their Jaguar.
And if you had the BM or the Mercedes, you could have caught them no problem.
Let me ask you, are you going to the car show?
I'm thinking about it.
Now, will you be, even though you won't necessarily be participating, bringing your car inside, will you get an extra little something special and go down there for the day?
Oh, no, I'm going to sightsee. I just love cars.
Yes, I understand.
But if I see Wendy in that car, Wendy, you're going to catch it.
Well, if I get a good car wash, I got to tell you something. And my truck is a beauty.
Wendy.
I understand what you're saying.
Land Rover.
Listen, I went through all that. I back when I was a poser, Land Rover, a couple of Range Rovers, Lexus truck, all that stuff.
Just for the day, or a Mercedes truck.
No.
The fact though, that model.
The G-Wagon?
Yeah, or Wendy, your car, the M300. Take one of those, lady, please.
What is that M300?
Don't call it a Bentley. It is not a Bentley, Wendy.
What?
It is a M300, Chrysler M300.
Oh yeah, the Chrysler.
Beautiful.
At one point here, my flagship station, I thought was trying to get me one, but apparently they dropped that ball too.
Oh, you can work that deal on your own.
Tell me about it.
You can work that deal on your own. Get your husband on that. You can work that deal.
Look, he's always trying to get me into something different, and I'm just like,
I mean, they let you. They still give you a piece of that. That deal, right?
Maybe some for the car show. But thanks for calling, sir.
Hey, no problem, Wendy.
I'm still thinking about it.
Love you.
I gotta tell you what I really do like. Those new Infinity trucks, sweet. And I love a big truck. As a matter of fact, I find it awkward when I'm sitting low in like a regular sedan, like a car. Just, I'm a truck person. The bigger the better and all like that. And those Infinity trucks, those are really fly. I like those. But I won't drive myself. My husband will drive, and so what do you call it? The family car. Yep, that's what it would be. The event car. Yeah. The event car. We'll drive the event car. Hi, Mariah, That's Right, boy. Atlantic City, the place to be. That's right, boy. Hey, Philly, what's really good? Have you ever been to the car show? Okay, let's all meet there. How about that? It's going to be a beautiful weekend, June 25th and then June 26th. And it's a Saturday and a Sunday. Aren't you going?
No doubt, I'll be there.
With your little taste of something sweet?
Yeah, I'm going to go with my bike.
Oh, okay. All right.
Watch all the other people pose.
What about your taste of something sweet?
Oh, no doubt, yeah.
Your convertible?
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm not taking it there. I mean,
Art drives a fly car. Can I just say?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but what color is it? White?
Silver.
He drives a silver Lexus convertible SC430. He dropped a bomb on his own car. Can I drive your car to the car show?
You're going in the family day. Mine's only a 2-seater.
Do you have rims on your car?
No, they come with 18s already, though.
Oh.
They're cool.
Is it chrome? Are they chrome?
Yeah, they're nice.
Have you already ridden with the top off for the season?
Not yet.
And no socks with your loafers? You know, because the combination of the two will just set it off type nice. Ow. That's right, boy. It's going to be a big weekend. And then on that Tuesday, the 28th, my CD will be released. Yeah. That's right, boy. Atlantic City's going to be on fire. You know what's going to be on fire that weekend? The Turnpike. You know, everybody, whipping it down the Turnpike, going to the car show.
Get there a day early.
I should broadcast from Philly on Friday the 24th and stay over Philly, host a couple of parties, and then into Saturday, and then go on Saturday the car show, and then just stay in Atlantic City Saturday night, and then return to the parking lot on Sunday.
There you go. Perfect.
That'll be a nice weekend, boy. Mother's Day weekend is coming up, so what are you planning? I'm so glad that I'm not part of the planning. This has got to be the one time of year that I'm so glad that my mother doesn't live right here, because then it's not up to me to plan anything, because she's not here. All I got to do is just mail something off and I'm fine. Then my weekend is actually my weekend. My mother-in-law doesn't live here. My mother doesn't live here. It is my weekend. I don't have to do anything out of respect for somebody older in my life, like go to church on Sunday because that's what my mom wants to do, or go for brunch at the Sheraton because you respect your elders, and that's what my mother-in-law wants to do. Instead, I could do exactly what I want to do, which is absolutely nothing. You two beat it for the entire day and don't come back until after Wisteria Lane. Thank you.
It's Wendy, man.
I have a boyfriend, and I've been with him for maybe a little over 3 years, and he's just now telling me that he has a child out there somewhere that may be like 5 or 6 years old.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Another WBLS $1,000 winner.
Hello.
Hey, Wendy.
Hi, you're caller number 10. Congratulations. You just picked up $1,000.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Where are you going, shoe shopping now?
Probably New Apartment shopping or something.
Oh, I hear that. Nothing like a bag of the season.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what's your name?
Cassandra.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Brooklyn, but I'm at work right now.
It's really nice to have you here. I'm so glad that you listen.
Thank you. I'm happy to listen to you guys, especially you.
Yes, well, thank you, and enjoy your $1,000.
I will. Thank you.
Everyone else, if you want to be a winner and get yourself an extra $1,000 in your pockets, make sure that you're listening tomorrow morning at 7:20 with the WBLS Morning Show and your chance to win. And hey, girl, let everybody know your radio station.
107.5 WBLS.
There you go. Thank you.
Brothers and sisters. Taking it back, baby. Taking it back. Old school short shot.
Yes. The rhythm's the rebel. 2, 3.
A little play from back in the day. And me, it's Wendy, man.
Wendy Williams.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Exclusively on Wendy Williams.
Wendy, you got the heat.
This is Bill Bellamy.
What's up? This is Heather Hunter.
Hey, this is Jenna Jameson, and I'm the #1 porn star in the world, and you're listening to the Wendy Williams Experience.
This is what we do.
Hey, everybody. Well, my, how time has flown today. It's almost time for us to go. All right, I have not seen the People Magazine 50 Most Beautiful issue, Most Beautiful People, but Monica says that Dwayne Wade is there as the most beautiful athlete and says that he's the poster boy for how you doing, complete with the arched eyebrows and the pursed lips. Wow, I've got to say.
Oh, he's cool, though. Family man, religious man. Thanks for the Miami Heat.
A family man and religious man. What does that have to do with arched eyebrows and pursed lips? Oh, you're just trying to level everything out. Mm-hmm. What'd you say, religious man?
Yeah. He's down with God.
You know what? Shout out to Reverend Run. You were violated today. And I felt oddly weird. I had somebody come over to the house getting some carpeting in a guest room, and the guy came over to measure and whatnot. Now, this man doesn't know me from Adam or whatever, but I guess he just assumes, if you're from a certain, age range and, that we as black people, we all know each other. I don't know, maybe from a certain age range. And, I'm positive that our house looks nothing like Reverend Run's house. His house is opulent. From what I understand, Reverend Run, he told us all about the inside of your house. I didn't even ask. Because I always feel like that's the kind of stuff like I like to know for the air. But I'm not nosy in real life like that, I wasn't like, so who else's house did you do? Give me some information. I have animal print carpeting because I'm gaudy like that in parts of our house, and he happened to have seen it. And he said, who has the same carpet? He said, the Reverend from Run DMC. His wife used our company, and she got carpeting, the animal print carpeting in their living room and all up the steps. And then he proceeded to tell me, and all he knew me as was Mrs. Hunter. I did very little talking. I'm positive this man had no idea who I was, but might have assumed that we all know each other because, we all black. But he told me that Reverend Run, you spent $70,000 on your animal print carpeting. And I felt, yeah, but you know what? I'm feeling like, why is he sharing this with me? It's like we had gotten our kitchen redone, and I forgot who he said his kitchen, the kitchen redoer. He was dropping names also. I try to push them out of my mind as soon as I learn it. I don't want to know all that because you know what? I don't want you going to other people's house and measuring and doing and then saying, oh, well, Wendy Williams just got. Because I don't know if other people are like me. I didn't pry and ask any more questions. Oh, well, where does Reverend Run live in Saddle River, New Jersey? Here I'm thinking he still lives in Jamaica Estate, where he wanted to buy a house all of his life or whatever we read in his bio. Remember, we saw the house like in the Source magazine, the house on the hill and, all like that. Come to find out, he lives over in Saddle River, New Jersey, near his brother, in a house with the windy stairs and the big house. And this particular company was laying your basement carpeting. And it came out to $4,700. And your wife said, well, I don't understand. Excuse me, Reverend Run. You came home and you said, wow, I don't understand why it's so much money. It's just plain basic carpeting. And then your wife said, well, actually, that's the going rate. I paid $70,000 for the leopard carpet to be laid. So, I was just knowing all your business, including where you live. I'm sure I could have gotten your neighborhood and the whole bit. And I just hate that. Shout out to people. Shout out to the service people. When you go from one house to the next, I don't know about how, like you guys feel, not the service people, but you guys listening feel about that. But I always feel like if you're going to violate somebody else, you're going to violate me too. So I don't know. And I'm like real quirky about stuff like that. Like I don't have anything, nothing Wendy-fied sitting around the house. Right down to quirkiness. Like there's nothing saying what school my son goes to. We never leave mail around. Not even if it's junk mail. It could be junk mail. Ed McMahon and those people, we never leave that around. Just like weird. People give up a lot of information. Service people. It is crazy. So Mariah Carey said it took her 4 hours to get ready for her big party that I missed at Cipriani's on 23rd Street. I was reading in my magazine. She says, here's her quote, "From beginning to end, about 4 hours it took for her to get ready." She said upon arrival, she spent another 20 minutes in her black Bentley getting last-minute touch-ups from her glam squad to prepare for her grand entrance with Denzel Washington. He rushed to her side after his Broadway show, Julius Caesar. In other Mariah news, she's writing a very festive musical based on her 1994 album, Merry Christmas. Well, she intends on putting this musical on Broadway and West End in London. It's going to be an extravaganza, she says. Here's her quote, "I am such a festive person. I love Christmas. This is perfect for me. I get a chance to live my Christmas fantasy. I think it's going to be fun and something families can go see." I would love to see that. Mariah on Broadway in her own musical? Why not? Wendy, I have a celebrity spotting for you. This is from Lolo, everybody. Lolo the Hustler. He says, it was Miss Foxy Brown. It was last Thursday. She says, "I spotted Honey at 6:13 p.m. in Brooklyn on Bergen Street and Flatbush, across the street from Ma Duke's Janice Combs restaurant. You know, the one that didn't pass the health inspection, but that's another story. Anyway, Foxy was coming out of the pharmacy. You do the math. She was picking up her meds. She was wearing a bronzed wrap blouse, some tight blue 7 jeans, some bronze metallic stiletto strappy sandals, gold hoops, and a diamond bracelet. Simple ghetto chic. Her weave was tossed, meaning akimbo. As I watched her, I was listening to you on the radio in my headphones, reading her on the air about Jackie O scenario, and I wanted so bad to let her have it. But of course I couldn't. I had to observe, which was more important for the show." Oh, well, thank you, Lolo. And he says that she seemed like she was having a good day that day. Thank you. I do love my celebrity spottings. People are beginning to really spot Kim Cattrall from Sex and the City and David Schwimmer from Friends around. Now, I told you guys last week that they were more than just friends, but now they've been spotted 5 or 6 times all around London together, apparently. From the nightclubs to the restaurants. They were spotted in a casino, and they first met at a club, apparently, when they ended up being separated from a group of friends, and they ended up kissing by the end of the evening. I guess, one backed into the other. "I'm looking for my friends. I'm looking for mine too. Well, let's sit down and talk." And after a few drinks, she 48 and he 38 fell into each other's arms. Hello. What? All right. It's time to go. Ow. I love you all for listening today. Please do come back tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Peace party, people. See you later.
Saying bye-bye.
Yeah.
Good night. Program complete.
Okay, everybody, keep it here. The bonus hour is right to go. And, of course, the phone lines are open now for you and whatever it is you want to call about at 866-GET-WENDY. It's 866-GET-WENDY. The bonus hour begins promptly at 6 on 107.5 WBLS.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
So I see this stunning picture in the newspaper today. This has got to be the picture that everybody's laughing about. Yo, old man McGreevy is putting it down. His body language is crazy. Why is he looking like Mr. Roper? Used to look all disgusted at Gay Jack. Is that his mother or is that his mother-in-law? Let me see. Who's this? All right, his stunned wife, Dina, and his parents. That's his mother. Oh, you've been abandoned by both your parents. Damn. Well, the children love you.
Got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot.
Coming through your speakers, boy.
It's Wendy, man.